Hey, this is King Jimmy Un-Author-ized, and I just wanted to give you 3 quick thoughts about the Philando Castile trial and the verdict that just came out regarding his shooting. First, let me just come out and say I think the officer that shot Philando Castile should have been found guilty of manslaughter. I know a jury didn't and doesn't agree with the way I take it, but looking at the video and hearing some of the testimony and things about the trial, I just can't help but believe that the officer acted in such a way as to cause the death of this young man who didn't deserve to die and frankly did nothing wrong whatsoever. Second, Jesus said that those who live by the sword shall die by the sword. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to paint this young man in any sort of guilty light. But the fact is that this man bought a gun. And he kept it on him at all times, prepared to use it in case he had to, in case he ever got into a situation that demanded he use a gun. And I get it. People feel the need to defend themselves. But Jesus still said, those who live by the sword shall die by the sword. And I can't help but think that if this incident isn't a fulfillment of Jesus' very words in this instance, then frankly, I don't know what is. I wish Jesus' thoughts about violence, about brandishing the sword, would have entered into this man's mind prior to him purchasing a gun. Just in the same way as I wish it would have entered the minds of the officer who shot the man prior to him pulling his gun and shooting him at a traffic stop. If Jesus' words would have reigned supreme in any of these two men's hearts, they wouldn't be dead today, and it's just as simple as that. And third and finally, I just wanted to say, you know, even if the officer just accidentally shot Philando Castile, even if he did nothing wrong in his own right to warrant the death of this man, and if it was just a complete accident, I can't help but feel that in my heart of hearts that if somebody violated my rights on accident and caused me personal, serious, permanent injury, even by accident, I can't help but think that's worth something to me. I can't still help but think that something just should happen to compensate me for the violation of my rights, whether or not the person had intent. Even if you don't intend to burn my house down, if you do, I should still be compensated for that, shouldn't I? So if my rights are violated, regardless of your intent, then those rights should be restored and those rights should be made whole. And I think even if the officer isn't quote-unquote guilty of manslaughter, there should still be some sort of justice served. There should still be some sort of punishment that happens as a result of this person being deprived of their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the fact that their Second Amendment rights, their right to bear arms, was violated by not only another human being, but by an officer of the state. And I don't know about you, but if the government accidentally violated my rights, I'd be pretty upset about that. And I think Trevor Noah's comment on The Daily Show about the NRA perhaps needing to be upset about this entire incident, that an innocent civilian was killed for simply exercising their right to conceal and carry. I think the NRA should be a little bit upset about that because this man's rights were deprived of him. Not only the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but his right to bear arms. Even though I'm against somebody carrying a gun and using it in self-defense, I still think they should have that right, and they should not have that right deprived to them by the state. Hey everybody, so this is King Jimmy. These are my 3 thoughts on the outcome of this verdict. I hope you take them well. Feel free to comment, like, dislike, share, or subscribe. You know what to do. Have a good day.